Welcome along to day 4 of the men's 2008 Champions Trophy from Rotterdam. Just the one men's game scheduled for today, which sees Spain take on pool leaders Argentina. Argentina beat the Netherlands yesterday to claim their place at the top of the table. A last-minute goal from Juan Ignacio Gelati doing the damage and giving Argentina all 3 points. Spain drew yesterday against Australia and are now sitting third in the table, but level on 4 points with Australia and Germany. I hope you're sitting tight for this one. It's going to be a real roller coaster of a ride. And hopefully you're ready to get it on. Argentina on the left of your picture then, in the blue and white, and Spain lining up on the right of your screen in the red shirts and blue shorts. There's confirmation of the table then. Argentina with 7 points. They place Spain sitting there in 4th place, but only on goal difference. Korea still rooted to the bottom of the table. No points as for them yet in this tournament. Just the one presentation to make today. Alex Fabregas, 150 caps for him. It's finally come about, so congratulations. Presented there by Martin Colomar, the president of Spanish Hockey Federation. And Maurice Hendricks just looking on, very proud. Well done to Alex Fabregas. A little bit of extra incentive for him then. Well, who's going to be doing the beating? We'll find out. Spain really need to win this game, and Argentina can all but seal their place in the weekend's final with a game against Korea, who no one's lost to yet. So a really important game for this one for them. Well, Spain have met Argentina twice before in the Champions Trophy. Both matches finished 1-1. That was back in Amstelveen in 1987 and more recently in Terrassa in 2006. Here's how Spain line up. They've won one, lost one and drawn one. Cortez in goal. Enrique Ribas, Garza and Allegra at the back. In the midfield, both the Fabregas brothers and Allegra. And Fresher, Amat and Eddie Tabao back in the team. Playing up front there on the left-hand side. So there, Alex Fabregas making his 150th appearance. Argentina have caught everyone off guard this year, and a lot of credit has to go to their defence, who have only conceded 3 goals so far in this tournament. Vivaldi in goal, Gilardi the hero yesterday, Bergner, Ray and Argentino at the back there providing that solid defence. Ahead of them, Paredes, Ray and Lopez, and in the front line, Villa and Caglioni. So what an important game this is for both sides. Spain can keep their dreams alive of a final place if they win here today and take the 3 points. Remember, it's a round-robin competition. All the sides play each other, and then the top 2 teams play off for the Champions Trophy. Likewise, 3rd and 4th play for the bronze medal, and the 5th and 6th place teams play for the wooden spoon. No one wanting to be in that dreaded 6th place. So it'll be Argentina to get things started. Pushback goes their way. And it's Lucas Martin Villa to get things started for Argentina. Playing from left to right on your screen. Alongside me watching this one today, it's Rick Charlesworth. Thanks very much for joining us once again, Rick.
It's a pleasure, Mike. And this should be a very interesting game between the 2 Spanish-speaking nations. They have surprised Argentina here, but my view is that they are in the best 6 teams in the world. They qualified to be here by winning the Champions Challenge, and over the last couple of years they've really been making steady progress in men's hockey, and now with their results here I think are confirming the fact that they're a quality team.
Well, they definitely deserve to win their game against the Netherlands yesterday. Spain already setting off at quite a high pace here. Great skills. And it needed a solid defensive kick away from Vivaldi there. But there, Spain showing us how quick they are on the counter-attack. Some solid running down that right-hand flank. Fresher getting involved in the mix over there on the right-hand side, just in the shade.
And the interesting thing today, of course, is to see Eddie Tabao in the field. He hasn't played yet during the tournament. Asked about that at a news conference earlier in the week. Moritz Hendricks said they were just nursing him through. He's had a history of hamstring injuries, Eddie, and he's got some back problems, and they were just a bit concerned. So I imagine he'd be a bit anxious having been sitting out. And with the Olympics so close, he'd be wanting to make sure he was fit.
That's a great run. Just trying to make some room on the reverse stick side there, Santi Fresher.
Just couldn't quite get the time in the circle to take the shot. And one of the things about this Argentinian team is they're very composed and they have real quality about the way they defend the circle. It's their game. They have a counter-attacking game. They're pretty solid back there in their own 25.
An impressive defensive record, as we mentioned, just 3 goals conceded in the tournament so far. Remember, they've played Germany, they've played Australia, and they've played the Netherlands.
But, and you mentioned earlier in the lead-up, of course, then after this game they only have to play Korea. But even though Korea have been disappointing in the first 3 games, in the second half against Germany, I think they showed their quality, and so Argentina couldn't be too comfortable about playing Korea, because Korea really have some offensive capacity.
Paredes just giving the ball away there. That's a fairly useful bring down as well at the back from the number 24 there. That was Argentino Innocent, who's playing on the right half position. Came in and did some nice little cover work. It's a solid challenge. Argentina come away with the ball through Villa.
Now, Matthias Villa, who is the senior of the Villas, as I understand it, hasn't played during the tournament, so he must have an injury. He's on the list every day, but did not play. Perhaps that's a question we need to ask Carlos Rutugi, when we get the chance, because I thought he would have figured. They also have one or two of their other players who recently played Nazlan Shah not here, so they've got some strength to add to this team. It's not their best lineup yet.
Argentina, of course, the only side playing in the Champions Trophy, as Coach Rutugi offers a few wise words. He's been there before.
Well, he was a very tough and competitive player, and I think those things he would bring to his coaching too. By Gentles there.
Well, David Gentles, and it's Andy Mayer, who's the other umpire here today in Rotterdam. So hard to keep a track of this ball. Great pace in the opening minutes of this game. Will they be able to sustain it, though?
Well, it's a later game too, and the sun's low, so umpire Gentle's got a cap on, and looking across the field, you are looking into the sun a little.
Looks like a member of the SWAT squad there with his hat on and his earpiece.
Well, Enrique, he's a tough one, isn't he? Umpire Mayer there saying, no, you can't barge your opponent over and then continue on playing. Enrique, nothing stops him, he just keeps going. But there you can see, I think you can get a sense on the screen of the view across the field, and the sun is certainly in the eyes of the players who are on close to us.
I'll be honest, not just the players, but also us here.
Also the commentators.
Yeah.
Well, and there was a game at this time earlier in the week, but it was overcast, so we didn't notice it.
We could always try and pick them out through their shadows. There's a shadow that you won't miss. It's Maurice Hendricks.
And in the tradition of many of the European coaches, he wears the suit. Although the one concession is that he hasn't got the tie on.
Where's your suit today, Rick?
No, I don't think that's the tradition in the Southern Hemisphere to the same extent.
Argentina just pressing Spain here. It's good pressure. There's not many options back there for Ramon Alegra. This is good work, though, from Alegra, picking his pass as well.
And the Spanish are getting a bit of their own back, because that's the way, of course, they like to play at the front. In the end, they just played the ball out for field position, got it to the other end, but pretty intensive and urgent press there by Argentina, and it worked. And if you can sustain that, if teams are willing to sustain it, then I think the effect can be substantial in causing errors and winning possession.
Well, it's a 50-yard ball, and it's gone the way of the attacker. It was right underneath it from the very point it left the back line.
Well, I had another interesting discussion about that with the technical delegate, and it seems to me that when the ball's within 15 metres, you can still rush in. That being the case, the Spanish players probably should have got under that. It was a long, long ball.
Yeah, it came from Gilardi at the back, and it covered at least 50 yards, if not more.
The interesting thing about these Argentinian players, that individually they're all pretty skillful. They have the capacity to hold the ball. They're pretty well organised. They know their game. And I think we're going to see in the next decade some pretty consistent and reliable performances from Argentina. Even if you look back, and there's a remarkable statistic from the Athens Olympics. Which team in the Athens Olympics made the most goal shots in the whole tournament? And people would think, oh, well, perhaps it was Australia who were the winners, or maybe someone like Korea or even Pakistan, in spite of the fact that they didn't get to the finals.
The answer
Holland,
is
Germany, no. It's Argentina.
Really?
They finished near the bottom of the table in the tournament, but they made more goal shots by about 10 or 15 than Australia, who was second. So even back then they were playing well, they just weren't getting results. But I think they're starting to add all that together and get better results now.
Well, a result really, really necessary here for them. That'll take a bit of the pressure off as well. Obviously, they'll have to stay focused on the goal that's the final this Sunday. But as we saw earlier on the table, they're on 7 points now. Another 3 here would take them to 10. Their nearest team on their heels would then be Netherlands, who are on 6 points. And that's quite a handy little gap that they'd open up.
Well, they'd almost be assured of a place in the final. And of course, there's only one team that's come here to win this tournament, and that's Argentina, because for them, it's their only chance to be in the next Champions Trophy, because they won't be at the Olympics, and so they can't be in the first 4 or 5 who aim to get a spot through their Olympic qualifications. So they have to win this tournament if they want to be in the next Champions Trophy. So for them, it's pretty critical.
Probably a little bit of extra drive there as well for those players that know that, they're aware of that. They didn't qualify for this year's Olympics, as you pointed out. So maybe this extra incentive and the fact that they're in a great position now is what Argentina need. No real clear-cut chances in this first half so far. We're almost 10 minutes through it. There's Eddie Tabau, who's back there, loses his stick in the process.
And if he has been injured, and he would need a little time just to settle in and to feel comfortable, he would have had to accelerate had he not lost his stick then, and maybe maybe the hamstrings would have been tested then. But you'd have to say, from what we've seen so far, someone coming into the ground, not knowing the teams, would say, well, the blue and white team have been more offensively impressive.
Oh, and that's a great bit of skill. One-on-one with the keeper. It's a goal. Surely, yeah, there it is. Good strength and good persistence. It all came from a great takedown. The aerial came in from the back, and it was brought down well by Caglione. Look at this takedown. A little bit under the legs, chips inside the oncoming defender. Has to battle on a little bit there to ensure it crossed the line. Well, superb skill from Caglione.
The thing about it, it just fell in. Cortez got a bit on it. You'd have to say you'd be disappointed with that, but there were a couple of lucky bounces there. The interesting thing about Caglione, I've seen him score 2 or 3 goals like that, where the ball bounced and he struggled and he knocked it past another guy, and then someone looked like they were going to get it, and then he got his stick in front. And he's that sort of, he's a skillful player, don't underestimate that, but he has the capacity to do that.
Spain strike back, and free hit given just outside the D. So automatically we're back down the other end, and Argentina have some defending to do. They've got a goal advantage here early on against Spain in the first half. This ball slapped in, looking for a deflection. Could have gone anywhere.
Pretty well worked by the Spanish. The ball was fired to Frazier, and Frazier deflected it, changed the direction of the ball through the circle, and nearly found one of his teammates right in front.
Ribas with a good cutout pass there, opening up the right-hand flank. Well, just another good example of the solid defending that Argentina has shown throughout this tournament. That was the number 20 involved there, Argentino Innocente. Corradini in hot pursuit of this one. He's working hard to try and shut down the Spaniards and try and limit their options. Hand on the hip there from David Allegra. Catching his breath after that challenge. Spain have given it straight back though. Crossfield ball will be too long and will go off. Enrique over the ball. Ribas, who's been good from the penalty corner set routine. No penalty corners as yet in this game. Saw him warming up earlier, actually, Rick, and looked pretty useful. He was putting them every single corner, leaving his own keeper, Cortez, stranded. Well, Cortez caught out already once in this game.
Well, it was interesting because I watched Vivaldi with the Argentinian corner takers, and 2 of them, Gallardi and Lucas Villa, were flicking, and they couldn't get past Vivaldi. So either he's very good or they're not as powerful as Ribas.
I'll be honest, I was standing behind the goal. I wish I wasn't. I'm just glad there was some netting there. Good turn this from Fresher. He's in the D. Chance here. Fronted up well by Vivaldi.
Well, normally from that situation you'd expect Fraser to come back towards the top of the circle, but there lurking was Tabau, and it might have been Arbos, and I think he went for the little tip to Arbos. Not quite right though, and so Argentina easily come away.
Again, Argentina persists with the aerial bombardment here. It's worked so far for them. Salah just giving and going. Fernandez. This is Enrique, who's just dropped back now. Good miss out pass. Well, Oliver got a touch.
Well, a very long ball to Oliver near the top of the circle, and really Argentina shouldn't allow that. Could be untied in the middle.
It was well left in the midfield, actually. I think the Spanish player in the midfield didn't quite get to see who it was, but I think it might have been Alex Fabregas. Just stepped over the ball.
It's a common move now, and it's a useful one, and often deceives the defenders when someone in the midfield does that. Fraser, no, it was...
that was Oliver again, just getting that. That's the second time he's not quite trapped it exactly right. Again, more aerial work, and another little good bring down, this time by Paredes. Game just starting to open up a little bit. Some more room in the midfield. That pass will go astray. Spain ball. Oh, here we go. We're going to have a one-on-one here. This could be an opportunity. It's a good, solid tackle at the back. It was Gaza. So it could work from him. Solid tackle. He was taken onto his reverse stick side.
And Lucas Ray having a discussion there with umpire Gentles about Ribas's method there. There's another good long ball, nearly connected.
And he's throwing himself around a bit today, Argentino Innocente. He seems to be trying his hardest to get to everything that his backline are throwing at him in the air. He had a good chance then a couple of minutes ago to get a shot off on goal. But as I said, some good saves and some good persistent defending from Rodrigo Garza. 3-on-3 here. That's got to be a foul. Free hit is just outside the D though. Arbos brought down. Might have just fallen onto his shoulder awkwardly there as well, by the way he's holding it. Just cuts in there to the left, and a good little dink into the ground to lift it over the defender's stick.
Well, he's a bit unlucky here because I would have thought that's a corner. I'm sorry that the defender was beaten, and I think he was stopped deliberately. Bad luck. Certainly bad luck for Arbos if that's a serious injury, because you don't want to do your shoulder at this stage of Olympic preparation.
I think just taking every precaution as well. He obviously didn't feel right when he got up. He put his hand up.
Yes, I think he has. Yeah, I think he has. I think he's dislocated his shoulder, perhaps an AC joint. That's unfortunate. And really, if it's a free hit,
I'm going to have to agree with you there, Rick, as well. I don't see why that's not a penalty corner. It's a pretty heinous tackle. And poor Eddie Arbos has to hit the sideline. So free hit just outside the D it is for Spain. Numbers over the ball. Can't do a lot with that though. It was Garza that threw the ball in.
Well, there wasn't one Spanish player where that ball went. That's unusual. Normally you'd have thought they would have had it better organised than that. Not easy, of course. It looks easy from here, but it's hard to find people in that crowded circle.
Oh, that's close. Good first-time touch. Ball came back.
Well, that was Amat, I think.
And Matt already has 4 goals in the tournament. All came against Korea.
Well, we're used to seeing Amat break away and score on the break, but that was an example of him close in, doing what a centre forward should do, is be in front of the net and get the little tip in, or the deflection, or the turn back.
It was a good skill as well. I think he just first timed it as well. He didn't need 2 touches and tried to steer it towards goal. No luck for Holomat as yet, but he's got plenty of time in this game. Halfway through the first half, it's Argentina that lead by a 1-0.
Nearly a good ball by Argentina there. And again, the press on.
Yeah, cutting off that left option, or the right as Spain attack.
Forcing Spain to go over. And what happens is you usually get the ball back again, at least 90% of the time. So it's not a bad strategy. And of course, what it does do too is when the ball does go out there, it leaves your team elongated, so you still have people high. So you stretch the other team. You make bigger spaces on the field when you do that.
Argentina sag off this time though. That ball to Enrique. Just rolls out and opens up this left-hand flank for Spain. That's a good steal. Didn't quite get hold of it though. Almost got in there, Rock Oliver. But untold onto possession there. Good work from Salah. Such quick footwork to ensure that didn't hit a foot. There's pretty handy stick skills in there as well. It's getting a little bit heated.
He's a feisty one, Lopez. And he won the free hit, but he made sure that they knew he deserved it and earned it, and that he meant business.
Corradina and Almada just taking a break for Argentina. And that ball intercepted by Gilardi. Argentina Innocente, free hit just outside, must have been so close.
Argento against him for talking. Well, he wanted the penalty corner, and in the end got the free hit the other way. Umpire General doesn't like that.
Well, that's just silly there. Really good attacking position, and then to mouth off to the umpire. Really, really strong position right on the edge of the D there for Argentina. And Argentina Innocente just letting the side down a little bit there with his gob.
A little lob out, and again they lose possession, Spain. So the press is working for Argentina and working effectively, and these overhead balls are also effective. That one just a little wide, but certainly you'd have to say the dividend has been there for half a dozen of them.
Little first touch down the line. And there's room here for Tabao. Lays it off nicely underneath. They've got numbers here. Spain, what a finish! What a goal into the top left-hand corner. That was absolutely incredible.
Fraser, well, he's a brilliant finisher, Fraser, we know that. It was good lead-up play. There's the ball inside, knocked past, and there's the finish. He slapped it, the goalkeeper lying down. Well, had he stood up, I don't think that's a goal. So, he probably thought he had the angle covered. Oh, well, I don't know. It's just very well taken, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you've got to give credit where credit's due there. That was a pretty impressive goal from Santi Fresher to level things here. It's Spain 1, Argentina 1.
But he's sort of covered to his right, the goalkeeper. I think he was worried about the ball across, and Fresher, knowing that, flipped it over him. Well done. He scored a similar goal the other day. Not quite as high in the net as that one, but he clipped it again from the right. And of course you can do that. You can just slap it across over the goalkeeper.
So Fresher's goal coming after 22 minutes, after Caglioni put Argentina ahead. Argentina have to start again. Lopez continues his run down that left-hand flank. Umpire just saying, I think for the first defence. Not sure which umpire's got the right call. Well, we're going with Andy Mayer. And he's decided that it's Spain that deserve the ball.
Well, that ball went right over all of them.
I think Burrell just put in a little touch there as well, maybe to try and put off the defender. And that's what he was penalised for. Some fresh legs. The Villa brothers back on. Up front, Rodrigo Villa and also Lucas Villa. That's where Spain have looked dangerous when they've got those passes off, those little 1-2s. Dangerous down this right flank as well again. Good composure. Surely a free shot. Both umpires allowing play to play on. Ends up being a free hit, quickly taken by Spain, and Salah trickles off for a long corner.
Well, the Spanish there claiming a couple of corners. Umpire Mir couldn't see it, and he was looking at umpire Gentles, but Gentles is looking into the sun, so it's even harder for him.
I was watching some of the footwork there from some of the players inside the D, the defensive players, and you've got to be so hot on your feet these days, haven't you, to make sure that you don't concede a penalty corner. At club level and junior level, you do see a lot of corners being sacrificed, but at the men's international level now, it's something they've worked on over the last couple of years.
Well, you've got to be like a cat on hot bricks, don't you? And you see that with the players. They have to position themselves well, they have to protect their feet with the stick, and they're getting better and better at it. It's important skill, because penalty corners can be so dangerous.
Well, these days, penalty corners equal goals. We saw that earlier on in a women's game between the Netherlands and India. I dare say you were watching that one, Rick.
Yeah, and all of the goals were conceded on penalty corners.
Here's Spain with a good chance, drawn back and cleared off the line.
Gallardi, well, he just swept it away. It was trickling in. Fraser saying, well, there was a blocking there.
Well, it's about, again, involved in the move. Vivaldi just looked like he'd been beaten. Have a look at this, cleared off the line. That's going in. Oh. No doubt about it. A really important touch there from Gilardi. It was his winning touch, the last touch of the game yesterday. We got the 3 points for Argentina against Netherlands, and that could be a match-winning touch as well.
Well, the little block that Fraser was complaining about was there, but it wouldn't have. He couldn't have got to the ball again, and so I don't think there was any validity to his complaint. It was a good save by Gilardi, but certainly in the last 5 or 10 minutes, Spain have made some inroads, and certainly down that right-hand side, Argentina have looked a little leaky.
They're stepping high here, though. That's only opened up the midfield a bit. Good cover work from Ray.
Matthias Ray played in the Junior World Cup here 3 years ago. Really, he's a very good defender. What I like about him is so cool, so calm, seems to be in control. He's a good tackler.
Obviously a big game tomorrow. I'm not sure if you've been invited to that one, Rick. There's the media versus the officials. here at 10:30 in the morning in Rotterdam?
I unfortunately have to go to Amsterdam tomorrow, so I'm missing the big game. I was invited to play, but fortunately for my body, I won't be there.
Well, I'll put in a little bit of extra effort. In the meantime, it's Spain who are cruising forward in search of a second goal. They've looked to have turned it on a little bit in the last 10-15 minutes. Just starting to get that engine lubed and ready to go. That's all over the shop. Good composure at the back from Oliver. It's not done yet. Oh, it's come off the crossbar, I think. Keeper puts his hand up a little bit delayed from Velarde.
Or was that Armat who had that shot? There the ball falls and he pulls it back, chops it, ooh, outside of the upright. And again, down the right.
Well, Fresher was far post as well there, wasn't he? Just lurched, ready to go. Allegra losing his stick there.
It's a feisty one there, Argento at the front, isn't he? Only 21 or 22 years old, so he's a young fellow, but...
Oh, he's hungry for it, that's for sure.
He's hungry.
Gordo, tranquilo, Gordo.
It's again something, if there's any youngsters watching the quick restarts here in the men's international game, so important to try and catch your opponents out and get them on the back foot. And that's what Spain are doing really well here at the moment as well. Argentina getting caught in a daze. And now they're stuck down in their bottom left-hand corner. Never a nice place to be. They come out with it though.
Spain now with their press.
Bergner just offers up a stick. It's come up off a Spanish stick, actually. Oh, penalty corner. Too much chat. Well, silly, absolutely silly to give away a penalty corner from that area of the pitch. No threat whatsoever. I think Argentina just not happy. I think that did come up off a Spanish stick. But maybe what the Spain players were saying, that it was lifted into that stick initially.
Well, very fortunate for Spain. I don't think I can agree with that one. The umpire got it wrong from my view of it, and then because they said, given that all of the complaining and all of the stuff that happens in matches all the time, this is a pretty heavy sanction.
Yeah. Well, just taking their time to get their face masks on. That gives more time for Ribas and Fresher, who are at the top of the D. A little wager here that Ribas might take it. Although Santi Fresher looking like he's ready to go as well. Ribas 2 goals already in the tournament. Here he is with another. Good shot, good save. Solid left-hand glove from the keeper.
Well, as I said to you, the Argentinian corner takers couldn't get it past Vivaldi, so he's obviously okay. And pretty confident save there.
Comfortable height, I think, for the keeper as well. Wasn't right into the corner. And easily dealt with by Vivaldi, who's looked good this tournament so far. He's conceded 1 today. That's 4 in total now for Argentina in this tournament. That's a good ball. Almost found Villa up front. Very close to the end of Rodrigo Villa's stick. Garza coming out with it, and he's still going down the midfield. This is Enrique. Plays the ball through Fabregas. Garza with the slap straight down. Well, he was looking for Oliver there with that long pass.
More intensity at the front from Spain, and they're pressing when they get the opportunity to. So the balance of the game just changed. First 15-20 minutes, you'd have to say Argentina looked the goods, but since then, Spain had the better of it.
If anything, Spain will feel a little bit hard done by. They've had 2 or 3 really good chances on goal. particularly Amat. We've seen one hit the side of the post. Important tackle. Grinding out a result here, the Argentina defence. A little bit rushed there. Argentino Innocente was free. He just went wide of his stick.
They're getting the penetrations though, aren't they? Spain are penetrating. They're making opportunities.
Well, that's what it's all about these days. Penetrations, and the more of them you obviously get and the more times you enter the D, the more chance you've got of scoring goals. And we haven't been starved of them in this competition so far. I think there's probably still a few more to come today. Look there, 15 penetrations to Spain, 1 to Argentina so far in this game.
Well, that's a surprising stat, isn't it? I'm not sure that I can believe that. Maybe the only time they got in they scored, but it seemed to me like Argentina have had a few more. Certainly Spain have had the ascendancy in the last 15 minutes, no question about that.
I can't actually remember off the top of my head the last time Argentina were up the other end. There was a little one-on-one earlier that we saw with Argentino Innocente, but he's got another chance here. Almost turned Enrique well there. I think he just caught it on his foot on the way through. Good pick from Villa. Just goes off the end of the stick though into touch. Gaza with options to the left of him and to the right. Villa to put on the pressure. Two minutes left in the second half. It's level here between Spain and Argentina. 1 goal apiece. It was Caglioni that opened up the scoring for Argentina. Santi Fresha equalising on 22 minutes for Spain. I think we're going to have quite a game on our hands here in the second half. Argentina, remember, lead the table. They've surprised us all in this tournament. And they've got one more last attack here in this first half. The cross was a little bit wild from Argentina.
Some good short skill there by the Argentinians to get there, but the centre really didn't match the other play.
Spain will probably be quite happy just to sit back now in this final minute. Just a little half-court press. They don't want to throw too much forward. Saying that, they've spotted an opportunity to put a bit of extra pressure here on Argentina. Maybe they feel they can just sneak something here. Oh, almost a really fancy touch there from the Argentina number 11. That was Camareri. That's nice. Plays in Oliver. Oh, and that baseline pass just didn't find the target, did it?
It was a nice touch by Borrell. He's been impressive here. Oliver couldn't get it to Frazier, and that would have been a chance, a goal-scoring chance, I'm sure. Frazier had the ball in the circle.
Coretta drawing the foul. That'll be the last touch of the half. And it's been a fairly even battle in the half. Spain definitely creating more chances. It's just one apiece here at the moment at half-time. As I said, Spain coming close through Paul Amat. But Santi Fresha doing the damage in the first half. They've looked good when they've linked up down that right-hand flank, particularly Spain. So more of the same, I think, in the second half is what Coach Hendricks will be asking for. Confirmation there of the half-time score. Then Spain 1, Argentina 1. And the sun's still out. Long shadows being cast over the pitch here at HC Rotterdam. Andy Mayer and David Gentles have had a busy half, so there's still another full 35 minutes of hockey to enjoy here. Spain versus Argentina will continue after the water break. We'll see you shortly. Where's that one for you? Let's have a look. Australia, Germany, Korea, Netherlands. That'll be a good one for sure. That's going to be a good game, the first one.
So what's that? It's 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yeah. Welcome back to the 2008 Men's Champions Trophy from Rotterdam. Half-time here between Spain and Argentina, and it's 1 apiece. It's been a fiery first half as the sun is still beating down here. Not in that particular area, though. Great pictures coming to you from Rotterdam. Really exciting tournament so far, and some highlights for you now of the first half if you're just joining us. Argentina got the first goal of the day. That was beaten home by Caglione. He was very persistent there, but what a touch to bring it down initially. And then good strength shown to get the ball around Cortez. Amat came close with this chance. And then finally, Spain's persistence paid off. Great finish from Santi Fresha for the Spanish goal after 22 minutes. There's also Eddie Tabau involved in the move, but that's a world-class finish. Playing it on the floor and ending up top left. As you can see from the highlights, Spain really were just starting to stretch their legs at the end of the second half. And it needed Gilardi just to touch that one off the line. You'll see it better from this angle. That ball definitely going in. And Gilardi, the most important of touches. Add to that, this post hit from Amat, just steals the ball here, gets the shot off and hits the outside of the post. So good chances falling Spain's way. Argentina converting their chance. It's 1 apiece at half-time, just the one penalty corner. That went Spain's way. 5 shots, though, on target for Spain. 16 circle penetrations there to Argentina's 2. And just the one green card been flashed so far. So half-time score 1-1. And Spain will feel they should have been up at the half. I think if they keep going about things the same way, then surely that second goal's got to come. Argentina, remember, top the table here at the Men's Champions Trophy. Wins already against Australia and the Netherlands, a draw 2 against Germany. They've got it all to do, though, in this second half. Sitting comfy on 7 points. A win for Argentina would move them to 10. Spain just a little way back on 4 points, but a win will take them level with Argentina. Just these two teams in action today, Spain and Argentina. The other 4 sides taking part in the Champions Trophy. They've got a rest day. These two teams will get the day off tomorrow. Interesting clash tomorrow between Germany and Australia. Also, Korea take on the Netherlands. Both umpires have been really strict in this first half. They're not standing any chat back. David Gentles there alongside him, Andy Mayer, as the Spanish side now just limber up for this second half. Hard to pick this one, would you say, Rick? I mean, Spain looks so strong in that second half, but you can't underestimate Argentina.
Well, yeah, but given even a look at those statistics, the circle penetration show that the Spanish ascendancy was substantial, and they were certainly going with much more momentum. These teams are playing their 4th game in about 5 days, so fitness will show too, and maybe for Spain, who will be preparing for the Olympics, they should be in better shape than Argentina. We'll see. The interesting thing for Argentina, as I said, in my view, they're in the top 6 and they're starting to establish themselves there now. The next step for them, of course, when you're climbing the ladder, is for people to start to rate you, because at the moment they're being perhaps underrated, and that gives you an advantage often. When teams start to rate them and look at them closer, and indeed it might be harder for them to make the progress that they've made, and they'll find things tougher in these sorts of tournaments. We'll see in the next year or 2.
Well, a great start from Spain early on in the second half. That was Amat again down the baseline. Forced the save from the keeper.
Very crisp passing by the Spanish, round the back, then down the left, and then across, and very nearly a chance. Ball fired there by Enrique in the air, and of course the players looking into the sun. It would have been difficult.
Well, I know how they feel.
Yes, we've got it ourselves. You're shading your eyes as we watch.
Well, I haven't got some cool sunglasses like you, Rick.
Or the hat.
Yeah, or the hat. We'll do our best. Yeah, I was impressed with Spain in the first half. Thought they linked together nicely, particularly Fresher, Amat up front.
And if you're right. And if they maintain the same quality and intensity, then you've got to say they're going to make more chances. And I can see them winning and winning comfortably. But this is a strange game, and Argentina have shown all through this tournament they're not to be underestimated.
Well, just so much fight, so much resilience from Argentina to take Netherlands all the way yesterday and then get that goal in the last minute. It's just unbelievable.
Maybe that's extended them beyond their capacity, and maybe they're just looking a bit tired now. They're certainly starting to trudge a little bit out there, and the intensity and the quality with which Spain are starting to move the ball could overwhelm them.
Spain are maintaining a high press as well. Amat looks to shut that aerial down. Instead it goes almost down the throat of Ramon Alegra. Lopez coming forward down the left for Argentina. Great work from him.
He's a good player, Lopez. He seldom loses it. Often.
That's a great ball right across the face of D. Oh, and a stick block coming in there.
Well, I'm surprised. I can't imagine how that would have been the attacker who was doing the stick block, but maybe it was true as Fraser leant in.
It was a great ball right across from this left-hand side to play in Argentina in a sense.
Great opportunity for Argento there. Couldn't quite finish it.
A useful pick from Amat. One-on-one now with Gilardi. Gilardi holding firm. Fabregas gets the free hit.
Well, he was lying on the ground. Can't see that. Umpire Gentles did, though.
Third-party obstruction, umpire signalling that. Just on the overlap somewhere. Just a little bit of screening.
Chorus of no from the Spanish.
Yeah.
Knowing umpire Gentles speaks English, they wanted him to understand. No in most languages, though, is pretty clear.
Just taking it in the hand there a little bit uncomfortably on that replay. All good now, though. Penalty corner. Fair play, well done, Almada.
Well, the ball was slipped quickly. Almada's dangerous, and he was only looking for the corner. Here he is running. Yes, he found Ribas's foot, no doubt about it. Just inside.
I think Ribas thought he might have had it there with that reverse stick pick, but just misjudged it, and he's conceded a penalty corner. So Cortez in the Spanish goal will have some work to do here. They'll just be trying to work out from this Argentina setup at the head of the D what pattern they're going to be running. At the head of the D, Gilardi there, of course. Alongside him as well, Villa.
He's looking like it's his, isn't he, Gilardi? But I wouldn't put Villa out of it. Villa.
Took a deflection. Think number one runner got something on that. Long corner. Well, you've got to be a brave man to run one straight down the barrel. There's Gilardi.
Seemed to get there. He got pretty close, didn't he? And you always wonder whether the ball came out quick enough when that occurs. Or they broke, of course.
Oh, whistle's gone. And Enrique down there battling for the ball. And Spain powering down the right-hand side now.
Just when we were saying we thought Argentina might have slowed down a bit, they've made two very good chances.
Well, that's the point I was making, that you can't underestimate them. I think that's what the Netherlands did, and, you know, in some senses as well, Germany and Australia when they took them on, expecting them to run out of steam.
Well, against Australia, they got 2-0 up, and from there they can be a very difficult team to peg back because they were content to defend and counter-attack. Australia had many more chances and opportunities, but really no particularly good ones because the circle was always full of Argentinians. They're playing a more expansive game against Spain. It's 1-1. We're into the second half, and they can see another point and maybe a couple more. If they got those extra 2, then they're well on their way to being in the final on Sunday.
I think a draw here would keep things alive for all the teams that are in the chasing pack, and then they'd all fancy themselves for that final on Sunday. A win, as you said, Rick, would definitely, well, not definitely, but it would almost cement their place in the finals on Sunday. But as you said as well, don't underestimate Korea.
I think Korea will have something to say about what happens in the end, because they are a team that's underperformed so far, but they certainly have the potential to hurt anybody.
Well, you can imagine it already, can't you? A draw here, and then just Korea to beat to make the final, and then Korea coming out guns blazing and taking their first points of the tournament.
Yes, yes.
Allegra's got that easily. Didn't quite get the distance on it, that aerial ball. Turn from Amat. Oh. Well, this is going to be a card. Someone is going to be gone. Amat's still struggling there.
Well, the corner was given, I don't know what for. Then there was a noisy tackle afterwards, but certainly when the original corner was given, I agree with Ray. I do not know what that was for. Here's the tackle. Oh, maybe for the push.
There, yeah,
maybe for the push, yep. Yep. Maybe he just made contact bodily first, yep. But Amat cunningly changed direction.
They are quite strict on it these days.
Yeah, no,
particularly the hand on the back. They don't like that.
There was the physical contact before the tackle. And I think umpire Gentle's got that one right.
Well, that music is absolutely booming. And we've got some celebrations to go alongside it for Spain. Second penalty corner of the game for them. Mateus Ray, in the meantime, also picking up a green card. So here we go. This is the end. I saw Ribas practicing his flicks just before the game, and he netted every single one. It's Fresher this time, and must be their lucky end, because Santi Fresher has got his second, and also Spain's second. That's an important goal, not just for Spain, but also Santi Fresher. He now is the leading Spanish scorer in this competition. 28 goals, overtakes Javier Arno. So history made there by Santi Fresher.
Well, that was a powerful ball all the way along the ground. Nobody there to get a touch to it, and no one to stop it.
I think I saw on his face when he scored the first one how much it meant to him when he knew he was level there with Javier Arno on 27 Champions Trophy goals. But now confirmation that Santi Fresher is the leading Spanish goal scorer in this competition. Argentina with it all to do. Good reply from them. They're back up the right end. And it's going to get quite physical in that D. Andy Mayer just trying to keep control of things in there. Not always easy. And that is properly blocked up. No touches from anyone there. That's a 16-yard hit.
Well, a circle full of people, lots of feet, and damned hard to get in there.
I think that second goal might just give Spain a little bit of confidence here now.
Well, they have had the better of the game. There's a little bit more zip in their steps now. And for Argentina, can they come back?
Only time will tell. 25.5 minutes left in this game.
Well, they've shown a lot of resilience, but my impression is that there's just a little bit of the edge has gone off their game. They've lost a little bit of tone, and not quite the quality yet to come back against a team like Spain, who are starting to play very crisply.
Well, Ray just claiming there that there was a stick block from David Allegro.
And Ray was right, and umpire Gentles missed it. There has to be a noise when you're tackling. If someone's got the ball on their stick and you're going to tackle the ball, then there's going to be a noise, and sometimes the umpires don't see the very subtle protection of the ball that occurs.
This is a lovely solo run. It's got the penalty corner, and well deserved there from Lucas Villa. He did all the hard work down that right-hand flank, cut in. It was an important overlap run from Lucas Ray there, actually. It was a little decoy run.
Well, he lost control, but fortunately for him, as he lost the ball, it rolled back onto the Spanish foot. I think probably helped a little bit by Spanish player tackling there, and it's a corner and another chance. Lucas Villa was, of course, the outstanding player of the Junior World Cup 3 years ago on this ground, and now a very significant and creative player for Argentina at the highest level.
Well, 3 on the top of the D now for Argentina. And Garetta just making way. Gilardi there. Strike comes in though. Oh, the rebound for Villa was there. And a big old clatter. It was Lucas Villa, I think, that got the initial shot in, but then the rebound fell to Rodrigo Villa.
He was going for the deflection to his brother, though. There's the part, and he didn't quite get the touch. Then it came to him, and I think it was meant to be a touch in the first place. Didn't quite get it, and nearly fell to his brother.
I think a rattle of the crossbar as well right after that. That was the noise you heard.
Tackle there by Ribas. Amada just waited.
That's nice.
Sneaky, wasn't
little
it?
bouncer there. They are strong in defence, Argentina. They're not budging an inch. They're just trying to really try and ground down Spain.
But I sense that they've lifted their tempo and they're chasing this score, and it just makes you wonder whether or not if they played with that tempo more often or all the time. It's almost like they were content at 1-0 just to defend and counter-attack. Now they've lifted the tempo a little bit. Perhaps it's too late.
I don't think you can afford to do that in any sports game at all, can you? Take a lead and then go, right, we're just going to sit on it. More often than not, the team you're playing against gets back into the game. Well,
it seems to be a southern European way, but and it works for them, but yes, I tend to agree with you.
It also doesn't make things that interesting as well for people like us, for the spectators that have paid money to be here.
It can be quite tiring sometimes, and certainly you can find yourself sitting, watching. Fraser's having one of those games, I think, where he looks like he's on fire today, and of course when you score 1 or 2 goals, that really lifts you again. Maybe he's looking for a hat-trick here.
I was just going to say, that would be the ideal, wouldn't it? Already seen 1 hat-trick today in the Women's 4 Nations. Marcia Poman driving home 3 penalty corner goals. Santi Fresher on target for a hat-trick of his own. 2 in this game. Just the 1 goal for Argentina. Spain in control of this game, no doubt about it. Forward just to toy with it on the back. Argentina are going to have to come after it. Let's expose them. Allegra trying to get through. Using Burrell there. Allegra back with the ball. Garza. Enrique back to Garza. This is a nice little passage of possession, this from Spain. What it is doing is just getting the Argentina players to run around a bit. That'll be Spanish ball, unlucky. Only giving it the other way, player on the ground. Argentina have it. Camarero with the ball across the D. There's a shot. Oh. Well, you saw the frustration there in Argento Innocente's body language. He had a chance. The ball fell to him. 7 shots on total. In total on target for Spain. Just a 3 for Argentina. Another missed opportunity there for Argento Innocente.
Thomas, yeah, he shows his frustration sometimes. He's a feisty one, but increasingly dangerous. Someone who you ought not underestimate. His brother Lucas plays on the right, and he's a pretty solid defender.
Just having a look at the goal tally, 49 goals so far in the competition. Just wondering if Santi Fresher fancies making a bit more history today. A hat-trick, the 50th goal of the tournament, and also that new Spanish record. Make some good headlines, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think he'll be content if they win the game.
It's a start. Spain dominating here, though, in the second half. Scores 2-1. Under 19 minutes left of play. Just warming up some of those skills. Allegra's ball a little bit wayward.
That was untidy, wasn't it?
A little bit sluggish there at the back, I think. He knows it. That's the sort of mistakes that Spain need to eradicate from their game if they're to hang on here. Argentina will not give up. They'll drive forward. And even if that chance comes in the last minute, they've already proven in this competition that they'll take it.
You couldn't feel comfortable if you were Spain. 1 goal is never, ever enough.
Well, tell you what, there, Bergner at the back was lucky. His first touch let him down a little bit for Argentina, and he got off lightly.
Ribas in front there, as a good defender should be. Nearly lost it on the steal, but he made the initial positioning well.
A little nervous touch from Allegra after his last one went into touch.
Well, of course, the pitch does dry out, as we know, and the ball just tends to bobble a little bit as the game goes on, so perhaps that's one of the reasons he's struggling.
Well, we saw Arbos is back on there. He's got his shoulder, both shoulders now heavily taped. The most recent one that he took a fall on was his right shoulder. He's got some pink tape on that, just holding that one together.
I doubt that it's holding it together. I hope he's got more than that happening, but yeah, it's good to see him back on board, because the worry was that he may have a serious injury, and at this stage, the Olympic preparation, that's not what you want. David Allegri, he's copped it on the knee, I think.
I think it was the stick on the follow-through, yeah.
Well, they're trained to get down and get down low. It's Borrell, and he got down low, but then he got it on the follow-through. There it is. Ooh. See up close now. Yeah, there it is.
Just looks like the hook of the stick on that right knee. Yeah. Got to be brave to get in there, haven't you?
You
He's
get
in
nasty
reverse
cork
stick
there,
as well.
yeah. And that might mean a bit of ice and perhaps a bit of recovery for a day or so.
Well, they've got a day's recovery tomorrow. Day off for both these sides, as we mentioned. And the foul there on Ray.
He lifted it, and Chico Fabregas went for the ball. And he just caught him.
Oliver with a strong reverse stick tackle there, chased all the way back to make sure he got a touch on that. So Spain showing how much this game means to them. Too many defenders there for Argento to beat. That's a good little steal from Lopez. Opens up the right-hand side now. Ball has gone out. Taken over the baseline. Oh, that's a nasty tackle. Good advantage play by the umpire. Amat's still going strong down the right. Just lays it off into Salah. Through the midfield, and Fabregas. He's quite happy just to throw it back to his back four. And that ball searching for Amat from Enrique. Took a deflection on the way through. Oh, danger position here for Spain. Running right at the goal. Gaza had one thing on his mind then, I think.
Well, they've been holding the ball in the middle of field, Spain, but they really haven't made the penetrations in the last 15 minutes. Argentina have had one or two chances, but it's been a midfield game, a bit of a struggle in the middle. Not the penetration that the Spanish got for moments there in the first half, and they had early in the second half.
A goal in each half for Santi Fresha.
Press on here, they're wanting to steal it back. Fresha's there.
As you'd expect, he's been all over the shop today. Umpire saying he's in charge. Let's play hockey. Salah giving away possession. He's lucky there. Falls kindly to Fabregas. Attack now down the left-hand side through Oliver. Free hit Argentina. There's some room for them to operate. It's 4 versus 5 in Spain's favour. So Argentina doing the sensible thing, trying to get their numbers up, take the free hit.
Argentina matching them.
Everyone's back for Spain here to defend this free hit. All 10 players, a chance to put it on the foot here now around the back. And that was a foot in there. It was spotted eventually by Andy Mayer. A little bit of umpiring going on from the Spanish players though.
Alex, cuando puedas.
That's a good little bit of skill from Ray. Gilardi through the midfield, and a clever leave again by Paredes. Ray again proving a handful in the midfield, unlucky not to get a free hit there. Oh dear, set up trouble. Tabau is back, but it's into the sideboard. Making his return today, Eddie Tabau. Would have liked a goal there. Thought he'd done just enough.
Well, the angle wasn't there, was it? In the end, he should have shot. He dummied, too clever by half, and then he had no angle. Wonderful play by Fresha to set it up, and probably should have done better, Eddie Tabau. But I suspect that's just the fact that he's been out of the game for a few days, not really as sharp as he could be, and not really as crisp as the finishing normally would be.
I would have expected him to take the shot a little bit earlier there.
Well, yeah, I think he was going to, and then he thought, I'll sell the dummy. But really, he could have chipped the goalkeeper or just whacked it as soon as he crossed the circle. I think he would have had a better chance.
I think even when he did get the shot off, there was a small gap just down the side that he could have tucked it in. That's what he was aiming for. And just off target.
Hard when you're running that way, though. You're running away from the goal.
Playing off your wrong
pressure.
foot.
Yep.
Ooh,
Dangerous ball.
Almost found Villa. It didn't.
Well, he was right in the line of the last defender, so he would have been, if he'd made that interception, he'd made that trap, he would have been on his way.
Just think there's a little bit more excitement left still in this game. It's not over yet. Here come Argentina. It's taken a deflection off the defender. The run round the back was good. It was confident. It was solid.
Closing in and pressing up there, overhead, and it'll come back to Argentina, I'm sure.
Well, they're throwing everything forward now, Argentina. The danger is that Spain will catch them out on the counter, but absolutely nothing to lose here for Argentina. If you're going to lose, you might as well lose trying. 2-1's the same as 3-1 and 4-1, although it may come down to goal difference in the end to decide who plays who. But at this stage, they need to try and work out a point. Got to really grind it out, and they've still got 9 minutes 45 seconds left to do it. What else can they do differently, Rick? They seem to be trying everything at the moment, Argentina. It's just not happening for them.
Well, yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. You don't make 20 chances a half. They've made 2 or 3 good ones. They've got into the circle probably as much as Spain have this half. But the Spanish are pretty good at defending and counter-attacking too. And now they can see less than 10 minutes to go. They'll be happy with that. They'd like one on the counter, but they're not going to take too many risks at the back. They've got Fraser and Amat and Tubao on. 3 of the most dangerous strikers in the world when they get that counter.
This is Fresher. Oh, he's all the way around. Good save from the keeper, who was down early, Vivaldi. Fresher just asking to have a look at Andy Mayer.
Andy Mayer would have seen it hit a foot, and it's a corner, I think.
Just on the rebound we're looking for.
Yeah, I think it hit a foot on the rebound there. Andy Mayer saw it. Gentles didn't. You wonder, though. Now, earlier, Spain, because of this, got a... Here we go. I think it on the rebound it hits a Argentinian foot, yes. But earlier, the Argentinians got a corner against them because they complained about a bad decision. So it's a difficult one, isn't it?
Well, Gentles is going to go back to his position, and it's going to be an Argentina free hit.
Well, I don't think umpire Mayer could have said anything about it. He couldn't have said he saw a foot.
He's got to be 100% sure, hasn't he?
Yeah.
There's no point second guessing, because you know the result more than likely would be another goal, and then that's game over. Well, so if any doubt, don't give it.
The outcome's right there because, as I said, the Argentina were a bit unlucky earlier to get a corner against them because they complained about a bad umpiring decision. They would have been doubly wronged if that had been given as a corner.
Oh, it's a good cutout pass. Fresher was behind the last line of defence.
Well behind it.
It was a good pick up from Gilardi, wasn't it?
10 metres free. If that ball had got through, then I think Fresher would have scored.
It was brave from Tubao to front after that. And Villa cutting inside and then back out to earn the free hit. Lopez on an overlap run, just helping out here on the left-hand side now. Back to Villa. Good ball in. And that cross-field ball from Almada wasn't accurate enough. The sideline hit for Spain. 7 minutes for Spain to hold on. Oh, here we go. This is Tubao again. Gets the shot off this time, right between the keeper's legs. And he had to get them to go together really quickly there, Vivaldi. That had Meg's written all over it, didn't it? But it was a great reaction save from Vivaldi. It was up off the ground. Fortunately for him, the angle was quite narrow.
Well, it would have had to be a fabulous shot right in the corner for that to be a goal from that angle. But Cabal hit it hard, and he wouldn't be too concerned. He couldn't have done much more from that situation.
Still Spain power forward this time. That shot saved again. I think the keeper probably could have left that one. He knows it. Instead, it's directed off for a long corner. Well, here's another look at that shot. That's the one from number 10, Eddie Tabau. And then this opportunity, which fell to David Allegra.
Oh, what on earth is happening out there now? The Argentinian team having a meeting. The goalkeeper's done something at the other end. The Spanish goalkeeper had something to say. I don't know what it was all about, but we continue.
Something to do with an illegal save, saying he wasn't allowed to do that or something? Patting the ball away? That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, did he deliberately play it over the back line?
Yeah.
I think he did, but these days nobody seems to worry about that at all.
Villa doing well to bring it out of danger there and earn the free hit. The Spanish quickly back into their defensive positions. No danger there.
5 minutes, and I'm sure the Spanish will be conservative now. They'll make sure they're very tight at the back and just look for the odd counter, the long ball. Yeah, they've found Fraser, and now he's away.
Oh, that's a lovely interchange. First stock shot. Oh. Long corner. He wants it bad.
Well, he just got into the circle then and he hit it very hard.
You could see him lining up
alert,
for it. From about 5 yards away, he thought, I'm going to get a shot off here. And he did, and it was well saved by Vivaldi. Another look at that shot from Santi Fresher. So Spain almost there. You saw Netherlands knocked off the top of the table yesterday. Spain will leapfrog both the Netherlands and Argentina this evening on goal difference, should they win here. They're 4 minutes away from doing exactly that. We know what Argentina are capable of. That last-minute goal yesterday evening that hushed the Rotterdam crowd. Disappointment there for the Netherlands, and they're trying to get something here. Argentina, surely. Oh, they seem to have so much time. There it is. Oh, wide. That must have come in off the sideboard. There was definitely noise in there.
Very tense moment. Well, they were looking for a corner. The Spanish were holding off. Untidy, pulled it away. Oh, there's the shot, just wide.
Almost a little bit rushed there from Paredes. Just so eager to try and get the equaliser. Ended up thrashing it across the back line.
Very tense situation. Yeah. Protecting it with his body. And accidental.
He's just run into to the backside there of Paredes. And he's just cricked his neck a little bit there, I think. And that's okay, shakes it off. Made a steal, these guys these days. 3 more minutes hard work from Argentina to try and find an equaliser. There's a shot. That would have sealed it. Well, we haven't seen him charge forward much in this match. Normally he sits back on the right. Raven Allegra this time, though, gifted that chance and almost converted it.
Well, that was a very good chance. He got the break on the right and he got in far enough, close enough. If he hit it hard and it was going in the goal, he was probably going to beat the goalkeeper, but just wide.
Amat's got control back of that ball, but not for long. Dispossessed there inside the Argentina 25. This will be one of the last attacks we see from Argentina. They need to get something from it. There's a foot there. Oh! Diving at the far post was Lucas Villa. It was just too far ahead of him. Couldn't make Lopez's ball.
Here's the chance for Allegre. He got well into the circle. When you get that far in and you hit it hard into the corner, it's a goal, but just wide.
This has got to be it now for Argentina. Their last effort, last push forward. Too far again for Villa. They've got to push everything forward here now.
They'll press here. They won't allow the Spanish out easily.
They just expect a little aerial or something here, though, maybe. But they're too close and they're on it.
Well, they should have had Fraser covered there.
Oh, more room now. Is this it? Allegra again. This time it's David. Oh, that's a nasty tackle. Good strength from Ray in the midfield. Under a minute left of play. That ball just under the body of Fernandez. Lucas Villa up there, desperate for the ball. Here is Villa now, making light work of the two Spaniards. Arbos wrestled to the ground again.
Well, Arbos deliberately blocked him then. I don't think Lucas Villa should have knocked him, but you can understand how that happens. Still seconds left.
Here's Bergner, reverse stick ball in to Amat. Amat comes away with it. He'll just hold on to it here. He's got support in the form of Enrique. Here is Enrique. Looks to tuck it back under to Amat. And surely, oh, it's a good save from the keeper. Otherwise, that would have been a freebie shot. It was Salah stepping forward. And see the frustration there in the keeper's face and in his actions. Vivaldi has conceded 2 goals here today. Santi Fresha there has scored 2. So Moritz Hendricks happy with the efforts of his Spanish side, and that's good news all round for Spain. That's the result they needed. Argentina, well, the celebrations from last night's victory over the Netherlands are short-lived. It's back to business. They've still got a game against Korea later on this week. But as for Argentina, well, they too will face Korea. Spain, their final game against Germany. Confirmation of the final score here today. It's gone Spain's way, it's 2-1. So the sun's setting here in Rotterdam, a chance to have a look at all the highlights. Here's the first half. Argentina opened the scoring. Great goal from Caglioni. Powered his way through for the opener. Just fell nicely from there, but look at the strength to get it past Cortez. After that, though, it was all Spain. What a finish for Fresh's first. Pumped to equal the record. The most Champions Trophy goals for Spain now. 27 at this point. And right here, he extended it to 28 with his second. So a new Spanish record. And And just the grit and determination. Led from the front did Santi Fresher today, alongside Paul Amet up front. And here's how it's affected the table. Spain now leapfrog the Netherlands and Argentina to top the table here in the 2008 Men's Champions Trophy. Only on goal difference. Big games tomorrow. Australia versus Germany, Netherlands versus Korea. Korea yet to score. They need some points, and they may be saving their best efforts to last. Well, Argentina will have to bounce back from this. Their game, last game of the tournament, is against Argentina. Then they'll see Korea, and then they'll see where they finish. But we'll leave you with this beautiful sunset here in Rotterdam. It's been Spain's day. Final score, Spain 2, Argentina 1.